Ladies and gentlemen, my full thoughts on AEW Dynamite episode 35. Another awesome episode, but it seems like June is going to have Dynamite on every Friday night, other than Wednesday. Another Friday next week, then Saturday on the 26th to close out the month. I suppose the 16th might be the only Wednesday, but even that could change and put it on Thursday or something. And unless I misheard it at Double or Nothing, did they even move Omega versus Jungle Boy? I suppose it works out. I mean, Jungle Boy can get a ton of momentum going into Saturday Night Dynamite, even though Omega is surely retaining. Jungle Boy and Christian versus Private Party was great stuff. But while Jungle Boy wins it, I should have known Hardy would get the last word on Christian. Those two could have a great match together as Christian clearly moves away from Team Taz while Ricky Starks is still hurt. Speaking of which, Team Taz, of course, wants to continue things against Hangman Page, and I like that they're incorporating the Dark Order into it. Vance is a great choice since he matches up in size, but I have a feeling Vance takes the loss for the team. Heyman versus Cage tiebreaker is coming, and again, I hope the FTW Championship is on the line. Miru versus Uno will be good, but probably not a very long match. Miru is going to hold that belt for a long time. Now I'm sure of it. Depending on who is where and doing what. I don't see Miru losing until at least Revolution 2022, where either Archer wins on third times the charm or Darby makes a heroic return for the title. Opening with the Bucks and Death Triangle was great, and it was a great detail for Frankie Kazarian to get after the Elite again. It turns out, Cause attacked the wrong opponent since it was Cutler who helped the Bucks screw over Pac and Penta. But it was great for Eddie Kingston to show up with Moxley taking time off for family. And Phoenix taken out for story drama. It makes sense for Kingston to make an alliance with Penta and Pac. Their 6-man with Bucks and Cutler will be great stuff. But between cheating and dysfunction, Kingston, Pac, and Penta will lose. But again, Enemy of Miami is my friend. Should apply to Cause. He can join in and we'll get a huge match of the Elite versus the Elite's enemy. Cody and Johnson versus QT Marshall and Ogogo was really good, but of course, this was for the factory to get back on the board. There is still a lot of pacing stuff that has been weird with this. QT's bragging promo really should have been after the factory helped him cheat to win a 1 versus 1 match with Cody, and that would have still came after a match like we got on last night's main event. Now, Dustin versus Camarado. Dustin versus Camarado was a great match. It was very, very fast. But a really good bump rope match. If this was earlier in the night as a main event, had more time to breathe, it would have been even better because of the drama and the tension being dragged out so it could sink in. Now, Dustin wins, of course, and I still think we need Dustin versus QT in a grudge match. We should have gotten this. We shouldn't have gotten that in QT versus Johnson long before QT versus Cody. But Cody's got to get the spot right. Now, Mark Henry had a great promo. I still think Mark Henry's terrible on the mic. I don't care. Though it did get cut short by Vicky. Andrade made his AEW debut. Now, they found a way to tie in the scheduled AAA Mega Championship match between Andrade and Omega in August as it draws closer. If AEW is going to do crossovers with other companies, now's the time to make it more than just guest appearances. Now, Omega himself should get into a story where he's torn between all the companies he's a champion in. Now, while Omega versus Moose for the Impact World Championship is next week, and Omega versus Jungle Boy for the AEW World Championship is on the 26th, there could be even more going on in August with All Out, Omega versus Andrade, and whatever Impact will have by then. Omega might be cocky now, but I hope he feels the stress before the end. Now, the Inner Circle had a powerful promo last night, and them giving away those shirts was awesome. Both K5 and Shot, and given that the series is tied 1-1 in big faction matches. I like that things are breaking off into a separate feud now, which is oddly backwards, but it'll definitely help fill out Dynamites and other specials. Now, I'm most interested in Hager versus Wardlow in an AEW take on MMA. Velvet versus Bunny was very good. I am a fan of Velvet, not a fan of Bunny. And it's great for Velvet to win, to stay in the top 5. Like I said, for Dark and Elevation earlier in the week. Now, if AEW made on the bubble matches matter a bit more on this one, it adds some drama to matches like this one right here. Now, I guess they just expect us to feel it, but not everyone is going to keep up with the rankings on their own. Britt Baker's celebration was almost as we all hoped. Nyla being present to start was not interesting in my opinion, because Nyla Rose, I'm not a fan of her at all. She's absolutely awful what she does. I like that she comes off the comparative face simply by throwing burgers and popping balloons. That was interesting. More of the top 5, like Rosa, Tay Conti, and now Layla Hirsch showing up would have been a nice touch too. I would rather see Layla Hirsch than Nyla Rose, to be honest. Now, Nyla doing this to step up clearly sets up a Fighter Fest title match for her and Britt. As I've also said for Dark and Elevation, Britt should defend against everyone but Rosa until she just can't deny Rosa any longer. And we get a huge match for them at whatever pay-per-view AEW wants it to be. Folks, that's going to do it for this video. If you enjoyed hearing my thoughts on AEW Dynamite episode 35, hit that thumbs up. If you didn't, hit that thumbs down. Folks, I will see you live in the live chat for my Dragon Ball Z Universe 2. Dragon Ball Z Universe 2 game that'll be live on YouTube. Part 4. It's part 4. I will be on there. I'll be continuing to help each and every single PS4 player finish their apparel quests. So, that will be tonight, live on YouTube. See you guys then. Peace. Have a great rest of y'all's weekend, man. And be careful. It's not safe out here. This world's crazy.